Peace, family. This is Hayru with Lineage Brand, and I wanted to bring you this story about this vision that I had. One of the people on Instagram, Peace Jahuti, he posted this video, and it showed the Olmec or Mayan or Aztec calendar, and it kind of brought me back to this amazing moment. I I'm like deep spiritually at this time. I just got back from Egypt on a trip with Billy Carson, and it was so magical. It was so beautiful. I got to meet so many amazing people and people from my past lives. So when I get back from this trip, I'm on this spiritual high, man. Like I just couldn't be touched on anything, everything in life was going perfectly. So because I had this experience meeting all these people that I've met in these other past lives, these other incarnations, I started meditating daily, that I wanted to get information from my past lives. And the one I was really trying to tap into was around 1200 BC under the reign of Ramses III. Ramses III was the pharaoh that got murdered by his own people, or at least that's the story. Egypt started at this high, and by the time he got murdered, uh, everything fell apart. I mean, we're talking homelessness. We're talking, lower class. It used to not be like that. It was really middle class, upper class kind of thing. Life was good, but somehow he let that shit. He fucked up some shit. You know what I'm saying? He messed up. So I was going into these meditations trying to get more information and more information about this past life, so I can have conversations with these people that I had met. So one night, I finally have a breakthrough. I'm in meditation for about 30 minutes, and everything's in my mind, everything starts to materialize perfectly. I mean, I could tell I'm about to get a vision. I could tell. So these gold particles start forming and coming together, and they ended up making this beautiful Victorian style mirror. And when I looked in the mirror, it was a man. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm asking for past lives. Is this that man? But it felt like this person was probably from 1950, maybe, like that's the era. But it was a black man. I could tell that was my soul. That was me at that time. Now I'm in the fifth dimension, right? We're past dimensions at this point. And another man shows up, and another man shows up. All I got was their face, but because our DNA stores all this information from all these past lives, all these past experiences, not just yours, your ancestors, it felt like I was picking up on certain memories, and I could almost um feel people that were in this life that were part of my life back then, if that makes any sense. Like just seeing this picture of this person brought back these memories. And I might have only saw each one of these people for maybe 5 seconds, but when we're talking about the fifth dimension, when we're talking about the quantum realm, that could be years, years. So at least I get to see at least 40, 50, 60 faces, and some felt like there was information I was getting from them, and others weren't. Now back to this Mayan calendar. The last person, my last incarnation that I got to see, and I didn't even get to see the one from Egypt, I don't believe, because I believe that one I was actually in the priesthood. But this particular incarnation, he was the last one. And it felt like time stood still. It felt like time stood still. I'm about 6 foot tall. This guy was about 6'4", like 6'4", Not like ripped or anything like that, but you know, he was a bigger dude, bigger than me. He had locks, skin was a little darker, a lot darker actually. And it felt like I was able to see more of that incarnation from an emotional standpoint. It was almost like that is the lifetime that I needed to learn some things in this current lifetime. I could tell he was a warrior, he had a headdress on, and I could also tell there was something that was about to happen. Something big was about to happen. So I believe we're about to go to war out that mug. But his silence was almost like, be still, listen, learn, be patient, and slow down. I believe there are people from my past lives that I was able to pick up on that energy also. You know, I was able to, in the mirror, all I saw was him. But in my mind, it felt like I was walking through a jungle and like, not necessarily like a jungle, but it was mass greenery everywhere. It was so beautiful. And again, like my vision is only seeing him, so this is coming from somewhere else. And there was people around me, and we were talking and conversing. Um, and I knew that something again, it was something that was important that was going to happen. After he went away, the mirror just disappeared.